Perfect. So let's get started. So this presentation will cover BI authentication and single sign-on features and solutions. We will cover every authentication related to integration with the BI portal, as well as connectivities. So let's get started with first the agenda. So first we will do a round of BI platform and authentication, the overall solutions. Then we will cover BI platform and connectivities, and very quickly at the end we will cover what needs to be done in order to integrate the authentication with the Java desktop client tools. So for the first slide, here we are going to show you the single sign-on options that you have within the BI platform. So it's essentially around Windows AD, Active Directory, LDAP, integration, SAP, obviously for any connectivity with BW or with and finally enterprise authentication, which is fully integrated with the BI platform. So for Windows AD, it's been done with integration with Gabriel, which is a single sign-on plugin based on Java technology, and this is integrated within the BI portal, the CMS as well, and all of this has to be set up correctly within the portal, and the plugins are already integrated. So LDAP authentication, this is being done with trusted authentication and third-party products. And then SAP, it's being done with tickets, logon tickets, or trusted authentication. And then finally, the enterprise authentication is the one integrated within the BI platform, in case you don't have access to any other authentication. So regarding Gabriel single sign-on, so this is being done within the BI portal using Windows AD as well, username and password. So this allows you to have a full integrated single sign-on solution from the BI portal down to the database. You can, by integrated Gabriels within your configuration, you can schedule reports, and you can also run reports without any kind of username and password when you refresh the data source. And you have different articles covering these topics. So you can see SAP Note 163.1734 and 186.9952 covering these topics. Regarding LDAP, this is being done with trusted authentication. So this has to be done on just the BI platform itself. However, for connectivity using LDAP to the database, this unfortunately is not integrated. Regarding the web services, the BI platform offers a variety of capabilities where it's fully integrated with Windows Active Directory. You can connect to your BI platform using LiveOffice, Query as a web services, BI widget, Crystal Report for Enterprise, Dashboard Designer, Analysis for Office, and Design Studio. And this is being done the same way you do it for the BI Launchpad. There is SAP Note covering this topic, 1646920. Regarding trusted authentication, this is also integrated within the BI platform, and you can enable very easily. You need to create a shared secret file, and this allows you to have trusted communication between any of the BI front-end tools and the underlying data source or underlying technology. So this allows most of external authentication to be used using the BI Launchpad. So we will cover it in the next slide. So SIML is for SAP HANA. And then it's NetWeaver as well if you want to integrate the BI solution within the SAP portal. Here there is a quick reminder is that none of the desktop client tools support trusted authentication. To configure the trusted authentication, there is a different way of doing it. Using web session, HTTP header, URL query, user principal, remote user, and we can also do it with the cookies, but it's not recommended for security reasons. And it's possible to bind different incoming user ID to an existing user in the BI system. So you have different way of doing it, and it has been proved to be secure and successful. Again, this is supposed to trust the application server, so you must secure the web application on your app server. Regarding connectivities, we support Gabriel single sign-on against SQL Server, Oracle DB, and SAP HANA. And we also support SAP security model using the security token services, STS or SNC, against SAP BW, so typically SNC client and SNC server. And this also is fully integrated with the front-end tools, so Crystal Report for Enterprise, or the BI server tools, Crystal Report for Enterprise, Web Intelligence, Dashboard, Explorer, OLAP analysis. So this is fully supported using the semantic layer, the new semantic layer, UNX, and also for the previous semantic layer, UNV. So for UNV, we do have, again, the same kind of support for Kerberos against SQL Server and Oracle DB. And then for BW, we have STS and SNC client and SNC server. We also support stored user credential. So if you want to connect to a database using a specific username and password, we do fully support it. And this applies for Crystal Report 2011 and Web Intelligence. For additional security information, we provide a link on SNC regarding role restriction and user attribute management. So this is part of the BI management console where you can set this up. And this applies to universal security. So if you want to be more specific in the security model you want to apply, you can achieve it within the management portal of the BI platform. Regarding the integration with HANA, you have different way of doing it. The OS level with SIML. So you will set it up at the scheduled time if you want to schedule a report against HANA. So for that we provide documentation to set up SAML. If you're running BI on Windows, you can also do it using AD credentials using any kind of front-end tool or server tool. So exploration view for Explorer, semantic layer for Web Intelligence and Crystal Report. And in case you want to connect to OLAP data sources also, you can achieve that. However, there is no way to schedule reports with single sign-on using Kerberos. If you are running on the Linux, we are fully integrated as long as you use LDAP connectivity for Microsoft Active Directory, and so you can set up the Kerberos authentication for that purpose using the LDAP authentication plugin, which is part of the BI platform. And so that will allow you to connect to some data sources as long as you set up the single sign-on for any kind of database manually. For all clients tool, you have to set up the database credential for direct DB authentication. So unfortunately, there is no, for some other platform like IIX, there is no fully integrated single sign-on solution. So you have to set this up manually. Here you can see a quick diagram of the different blocks connecting to each other. So at the top level you can see the front-end tools. Then the middle layer with all the middlewares and connectivities plugins using JDBC or ODBC. Keep in mind that for some of the technology we use Unix UNX layer or UNV layer, which is called the semantic layer. And then at the bottom you can see the HANA database which you are connecting to. Here on this quick tables you can see a quick summary of all the authentication that we support internally or externally using Kerberos or using SAML Trust. In both cases it's part of the BI platform. So you need to set this up typically, and it's working pretty well. So we have here a full support for Explorer, full support for dashboards, formerly called Excelsius, Web Intelligence, then Crystal Report 2011, which is the legacy support of Crystal Report, and then the new Crystal Report for Enterprise, which has been here since the BI 4. Then Analysis Edition for Office is a plugin that you install on Excel. And then Analysis Edition for OLAP allow you to connect to any BW data source, and it's fully integrated within the BI platform. So for BW on OLAP, we don't support Kerberos at this point. For the HANA single sign-on configuration, here is a quick items you need to keep in mind when you set this up. So this is available within the BI platform using HANA authentication. It's using trust authentication, so you create a trust between the BI platform and HANA. It's faster to implement than Kerberos, and then you need to ensure that the user ID match between HANA and BI, the BI system. So it does work pretty well as long as you use any of the authentication available within the BI platform, so Enterprise, AD, LDAP, SAP. And then for the system trust, it's once a user is set up within the BI platform, you create an assertion within the SAML on behalf of user to pass to HANA for single sign-on. And then again, we support any kind of data source, typically between the BI platform and HANA, or any kind of solution. So for the BI clients, we do support pretty much all of them but Zen and A-Office. Here again is a screen of how you will set SAML within the CMC. So it's fully integrated within the BI platform. So the CMC is the admin console. For who is not familiar with the BI platform, the CMC is the name that we give to this BI management platform. And so on the screen you can see the way it's being set up. It's very straightforward. You usually import the certificate and then you put the path in different locations, whether it's on the BI platform or on the front-end tool or in the back-end. And then as a quick sum up, here is what we can say about this HANA authentication using single sign-on. It's usually very safe. The idea is for a user is to connect to the BI platform and then automatically authenticate to the HANA database without having necessarily to enter a username and password. So for that it's based on Kerberos integration and SAML. And if you need more detail about that, you can refer to SAP notes 1837331 and 1813724. And we do provide all the steps to get it set up. Regarding data sources, which are not SAP data sources, you would have to set this up manually. So you have to, within the CMC and the BI management console, you have to set up the credential for the data sources. So you have to set the account name, the password, and any other information. So you have to set this up manually. And there is no native authentication for any data sources which are not SAP. So all of this has to be set up manually. Regarding web intelligence, we offer different kind of authentication. So against Oracle DB, it's integrated with Gabriel Senior Sign-On, only on Windows. For any other platform, you have to save the credential manually, as shown in the previous slide. So you have to set the username and password. For SAP HANA, you have to set it up using Gabriel and SAML as previously explained. Gabriel is usually more straightforward. If you want a full integrated solution, it would be better to do it with SAML. For any other data sources which are not Windows or Linux, you have to again save the credential. Regarding SAP BW, you have to use STS or SNC, security model, which are the traditional mechanism with BW and NetWeaver. So this is fully integrated and fully part of the BI platform. Regarding OLAP analysis tool, which is our tool which allows us to drill through the cubes in BW or queries, we do offer a Gabriel solution, which is a full single sign-on solution, only on Windows. If it's not Windows, Unix or Linux, you have to save the credential manually within the BI platform again. We do offer a SAP note that explains you the step. It's 1688079. Since BI 4.0, we also offer a full integration with the BW using STS, Secure Token System, which is a new authentication method, which is where the integration is easier than SNC. So we do provide documentation for implementing it as well. And then finally, regarding Gabriel single sign-on, for all the Java desktop client tools, we offer some steps to get it implemented. It's very straightforward. It's based on a configuration file that you set and that you save on the local folder of the BI tool. So it's typically saved under the Enterprise XI4 folder. You will save a krb5.inf file, a bsc login.conf file, and then you will set some parameters within this file. If you want more detail, you can refer to the SAP note 1621106. And that's it for today. So again, thank you for joining, and let us know if you have any question on this topic. So CMC is typically the admin console of the BI platform. We don't recommend to set up SSO for the CMC, as this is admin console. It's typically done with the admin username and password. So there is no need for set up the SSO for CMC at this point. Knowing that the administrator of the CMC has typically full right access to the BI platform, we don't recommend doing that or implementing a single sign-on for the CMC.
Gabriel, so the functionality actually has been added in 4.1 SP06. And there are various use cases where you want to have this kind of use case, especially if you are talking about a larger group of delegated administrators who can maintain particular areas in the BI platform, for instance in departmental folder structure and so on. So there are definitely several use cases where it is requested, it has been requested quite a lot, so that's why we built it in SP6.
If you are referring to open document or any web service functionality, we do offer it and it's fully integrated. So yes, it's working. And so what happens is that the first time you log in, as long as you're logging from a single sign-on portal, you will be redirected to the login page, and then login page as a single sign-on mechanism that then once you are authenticated, allow you to move forward. So yes, SSO is integrated with with open document and any of the web services, as long as it's configured properly. Regarding custom application, we also offer them. We also offer the full single sign-on solution. It depends. It's going to depend, of course, on the connectivity. But if it's SAP Connectivity or HANA, SAP HANA, it will be fully integrated as long as you have configured SNC, STS, or SAML with the BI platform. And so I suppose that custom application is using a SDK or an API. So yes, it's supposed to work properly. Okay, so the typical way of integrating BW with the BI platform is using an alias. So what you do, you create an account within the BI platform, and this account is associated to several aliases. So this account has an alias for Windows AD and has an alias for BW account. And so it's an account associated to different aliases, typically. So that means that you still need to create on the fly a user on the BI platform for that purpose. This means that you have one account, and this account is associated to two aliases. One alias is Windows AD, and the other alias is SAP BW. Okay, so for the BW integration, so this is done using SAP Authentication. So you need to connect, you need to set this up within the CMC. And so you will associate, or you will set the login credential of the SAP BW system in the CMC, so in the admin console. And so what happens is that once you set this up using SNC, for instance, and especially SNC client, the BI platform will be able to connect to the BW system on the fly. So yes, there is a full integration between the BI platform and BW, as long as you set the BW connectivity within the CMC. And you need to have different kind of authentication setup. So there is SNC client, SNC server, and STS. And then regarding the SDK, so the SDK is going to be using any of the BI platform authentication. So the SDK has some mechanism to connect to the BI platform automatically. And also we do provide the RESTful SDK, which is a more advanced web service technology, which allows you to connect to the BI platform as well using any custom application.